Sunny and warm on Wednesday. Good Tuesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, you can see from the Ultimate Doppler radar, presented by Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, East Tennessee's #1 tire shop and auto repair since 1953. All is quiet, although a little bit of specks of green, it looks like, in Fentress County. Do my eyes deceive me? Didn't you say we could get some drizzle in southeast Kentucky? Well, kind of did, but it didn't really make it into southeast Kentucky like it maybe did in Fentress or even Overton County. It looks like they were coming right in there. There he is, even the last hour. But most of it, again, is going to fall apart, so maybe a few high clouds today. That's it. Ultimate Doppler radar showing some reddish areas in southeast Kentucky and in Virginia for some fire weather warnings because it's been so dry and gusty. They've got frost advisories up into Indiana and the Ohio Valley tonight. Oh, it's going to be cold, but we may have to deal with that ourselves in the coming days. Headlines: 80s return Wednesday and Thursday. Today we got up to 77, but Oak Ridge hit 82. So go figure, 5-degree difference between Oak Ridge and Knoxville. But spotty showers and storms are possible, not likely, but possible on Friday. But I do think periods of rain a better bet and much cooler as temperatures drop on Saturday. So much so that we may see, or some of us may see, a few snowflakes in the higher elevations before the weekend is through. Our high temperature, as I mentioned, hit 77 degrees. That was my revised forecast from this morning. 72, the normal, so we're 5 degrees above normal, and 90, the record today from 1896. But you can see, big difference, 5-degree difference between McGee Tyson and Oak Ridge. 75 in Newport, 79 in La Follette, 75 in Oneida, 73 in Crossville. They made it to 83 today in Nashville, and they hit 80, Chattanooga and Atlanta. I expect a high tomorrow around 82 degrees here in Knoxville. Now, those clouds may be thinning in some spots. They may be increasing in others, but generally these clouds will work their way out of the picture overnight tonight. A few high clouds, and then it's sunshiny skies for your Wednesday, much, much warmer. Now, these little pop-up sprinkles, if you want to call it that, or even some showers near Paducah, are all complements of a warm front back to the west, so it's been able to initiate some of the showers, or at least converge along that assumed boundary. Meanwhile, wind advisories continue across the midsection of the country, more fire concerns in pinkish red, and more concerns with snow, I would imagine. In upstate New York, I know it's mid to late April, but come on, more snow up there. Average last freeze and frost, if you were curious. Our friends at the National Weather Service keeps records, a great set of records, I might add. But if you look at the latest set of normals, that's from 1991 to 2020, a 30-year period, these are the dates that we usually see our last freeze, April 1st. That's no joke. The usual last time we see a frost, April 14th. Does it mean it's hard and fast? I've had the question asked of me, is it okay to plant? I said, well, if you're okay covering up, because I see us in the mid-30s by Monday morning, and you might think, oh, what am I going to do? I have to cover, or should I plant the veggies now? That's up to you. But I am giving you the intel that we have passed the median last freeze and last frost, but why be normal? This is certainly not a normal type of year. And here's why I suspect it's going to get cold once again, but it's got to get warm first. We're going to have near record warmth. In fact, I expect a record high to be tied, at least tied, on Thursday. So here's the futurecast. Watch the warm colors. Much of this represents the air aloft, and you can see those red arrows really pumping in the warm air from the Gulf of Mexico on Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon. So is it any wonder we'll be well into the 80s as long as we're yellowish green on this map with the red arrows. But once the colder air comes in, and it drops down from Omaha and St. Louis and Minneapolis, it's only a matter of time. By the time we say midday Saturday, it starts to feel a little bit colder aloft, and boy, it just feels kind of raw because it's been raining and it's cooler and temperatures are dropping, and you say, oh man, are you for real? I mean, if this had been a February pattern, it'd be an entirely different situation. But we're getting reinforcements. Follow the blue arrows, why don't you, for the second half of the weekend as it's all coming down from the Great Lakes and the upper plain states like North Dakota, South Dakota. It's all going to drain down here, so it's likely we have below normal temperatures for the rest of the month. You say, the month? Yeah, the month. So enjoy this record heat that comes in on Thursday. By the way, if you're interested in storms and want to know how this energy all comes together, we like to call this the EHI in meteorology. It's the Energy Helicity Index, but let's just call it storm energy. Think of it like rocket fuel. And if you look at the legend, anything that's yellow is weak, red is strong, and anything purple to white is extreme. And if I'm looking at Omaha and over there in Nebraska, it looks pretty extreme by Wednesday around 12:45. And then it continues to fire up in Oklahoma as we move into Wednesday. Watch this. It's another line forms. Whoa, look at that. Heating of the day. By 8 o'clock at night, it's still nasty storminess in Oklahoma, near Oklahoma City. All that color. And by the time it gets here, guess what? It weakens. Wouldn't you know it? Hardly any storminess. Maybe an isolated shower storm on Friday. And then it's just mainly a rain event once it gets in here on Saturday. But again, the coloring starts to drop off quite a bit, having a hard time getting past, say, Nashville as far as any of that energy or rocket fuel. Now, we know we're going to get the rain, right? We know we're going to get some rain. But the question is, how much rain are we going to get? You can see nothing's here by Thursday. Let's go into Friday. Not a whole lot, maybe a little bit here. But by the time it's over, we could have a half inch to an inch. Half inch to an inch of rain, very likely on Saturday night. Now, this says 0.65, Maryville 0.72. It's just guidance this far out. I think it's a good blanket of expectation of that we could get an inch in some spots, like suggested here in Jamestown. Some of us may be closer to 3/4 of an inch, like Sevierville. And we move into Saturday night, Sunday morning, it's pretty much gone. But I tell you what, the rain will be what we all experience with cooler air this weekend. Now, 7:45 on your Tuesday, there's the warm front. It's way back there, but its influence is far, far east. We head into Wednesday. We're looking for a dry day, lots of sunshine, wall-to-wall sunshine with temperatures in the lower 80s. Heading into Thursday, now we've got record warmth on the way, knocking on the door by 5 o'clock. Thursday, I suspect we're going to be at least up to 87. That would tie the record high from 2002, back when George W. Bush was in the White House. That's how long ago it was. A long time ago, right? So 2002 could come tumbling down. We could replace it with 2023. Now, that's just, of course, the 20th of April. But here's Friday. Friday looks like it's ominous, but then it falls apart. I have a hard time getting in here. It's like there's a barrier, having a hard time getting past the plateau. Some of this does try to suggest on this model to make it in, but I think it's going to be hard-pressed to do so. So 51, your low temperature tonight. A few high clouds, but milder. We're not in the 40s like we were this morning. Tonight, we're down to about 51 Knoxville, 52 Maryville. There are some 40s. Tellico Plains, Athens, even Oak Ridge could fall to 47, but generally upper 40s, low 50s across the board. Tomorrow, expect a high around 82. 82, and the normal high is about 72. So we're 10 degrees above normal, and there may be some gusts, only 15 to 20. Today's top gust was 27. So I think the winds aren't necessarily a big factor tomorrow, but they'll be generally 5 to 10 plus. Wednesday, 84 for Newport and Tellico Plains, 82 Maryville, Alcoa, 81 in Oak Ridge, 79 in Crossville for your high temperature. And here is your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for the next 7 days. Oh my, 87, ding, 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 that is a record high. And then 81 on Friday, still warm, but then it goes down, down, and down. Down to about 35 Monday morning with clear skies. We've taken away the proverbial blanket. So some of you who have already started the planning process may have to make the necessary precautions to cover up again or bring the potted plants in if that's what you're doing. But 62 for a high on Monday, 71 degrees on Tuesday. By the way, keep track of it all using the Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic. It's free at the App Store and Google Play. It also works on the iPad. Just search the words Captain Accurate at the App Store and Google Play. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.